Yo, Surreal Talk Radio, your man, Calico the Surrealist on WPRK 91.5 FM Winter Park, kicking it at the dog with our special guests. Yeah, man, I got my co-host in here rocking with me. Let me introduce y'all to them, get this show started. We got Auntie August in the building.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, put my thing down here so I can see you. Auntie August is in the building. DJ exclusive in this thing. What up, cuzzo?
Chilling like a villain, you know me.
All right, man. Hot show for y'all lined up, man. We're going to set this thing off with my surreal topic of the day. Got music from around the way. Got our throwback track and my favorite part over all of that, the pump it or dump it. Y'all get to call in and talk to us about the music we playing and everything we saying right here on Surreal Talk Radio. All right, man, listen, my special guest chilling with us tonight. This sister right here is a professional dancer, not a exotic dancer.
No.
No?
No.
No.
I mean,
oh, she said I
for
mean,
the right person, but at home, I mean,
this is the quickest surreal moment of all time. Now, professional dancer, we're going to talk about that. She's a TV star, an author, an entrepreneur, and a loving mother. We're going to cover all of that with the multi-talented Miss Royce Reed in the building. How you doing?
I don't get like the...
Oh, the dun, dun, dun. Yeah, he only do that for
crowd. No, fake crowd.
We can make
I'll
put it in post. I'll put that in post.
Okay.
Hey, my goodness. How you feeling, Royce? How you doing?
Great.
That's just, I don't know. I think my parents got a little happy when I got born in the summertime.
Lord have mercy.
You know, he give all my names. Like, I can't be wanted for anything because all they got to do is tune in.
Yeah.
They hear it all.
Listen, man. Come on, man. Let me host this thing. How you feeling right now?
I am exhausted, but I'm here.
We appreciate you, too. Want to thank you so much, for doing our show and helping us grow all our stuff,
Straight from rehearsal.
Yeah, man. Appreciate that. All right, listen. We're going to get things going. My surreal topic of the day. Lord.
Well, all right.
Kim, that's a burping man, right?
Oh,
deal with
he
that.
had that Coca-Cola.
Yeah. We're going to chill.
We have a burping guy. He calls every show.
So, I'm going to get things started with my surreal topic of the day. My topic tonight is immoral culture. That's what I want to talk about. And I want to talk about these media outlets, that basically be keeping this mess going. And first of all, everybody likes a little mess. Me, for whatever reason, I like Sexy Red. You know what I'm saying? You like Sexy Red? She thinking about it. You thinking hard. You like Sexy Red. Pound Town.
Well, I definitely do not care for the booty hole brown. I don't need to know all that. But
right.
I come from the era of put it in your mouth,
Right.
No, so I get...
Two Live Crew.
Yeah.
I get songs like that.
Right.
I feel like our stuff was more underground.
I got you.
And theirs is more mainstream.
Yeah. You're right. Well, like I say, everybody like a little mess, you know what I'm saying? I like Sexy Red. I don't feel like Sexy Red is I don't believe everything about her is messy. But I do feel like, it's just way too much extortion going on in the media, especially within our community, right?
Isn't she the one who was bragging about how many STDs she had?
That's a crazy flex.
I shouldn't have named her.
Wait a minute. I don't know. For real?
I was just trying to show love to Sexy Red. I didn't really want to.
It's a real ass question. I'm sorry. Can I say that?
No.
Oh, my bad.
A real butt question. Wait a minute. For real? Did she say that?
I don't know, and I want to move past it. So,
you just said you liked a lot of mess. I feel like that
was mess.
No, I didn't say I like a lot of mess. I didn't say everybody likes a little.
Oh,
mess.
well, that's a little mess. I really feel like that was a thing.
Oh my!
Am I making that up?
That is a huge thing. I don't know how true that is. I've never heard that before.
I could have sworn.
I gotta Google that.
Please.
Yo. Well, anyway,
if I'm wrong, then I'll apologize.
So we listen. We hear these radio shows. We watch these podcasts. Be really nice platforms. You know what I'm saying? But to have such a nice platform and just deliver just mess. You know what I'm saying? Is
unnecessary.
Unnecessary interviews be interrogations is what I'm getting at. And then you got the culture vultures, but that's a whole topic of itself, right? Royce, I want to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get your thoughts on this because you've done a lot of media outlets, right? And I want to know, do you ever feel like folks be trying to basically mutt you out on the media?
What does mutt you out mean nowadays? Because from what I remember, mutt you out meant
Uh-oh.
Train.
Let me just. Oh Lord, this show right.
No,
now.
you gotta tell me because I don't understand like the
basically
lingo now.
Like extort you, or you know what I'm saying? Like
Do the most, you mean, or
give her a bad rep.
yeah? Okay, there we go.
Used to for sure. I feel like within the past, like 2 years, especially the last few months,
Okay.
it's kind of shifted. I feel like as if I've been a little vindicated because of certain things.
Cool.
Amen.
Yeah.
All right. So just talk to us about how do you feel in general about doing interviews? Just when somebody call you up, hey Royce, can I get an interview? Like, how do you feel?
I usually say no unless it serves a purpose for me.
Okay.
Like even with you all asking me, I'm like, this is home. And I know you all are more concerned about what I'm doing for the community.
Right.
And what I do in like my real life.
For sure.
But I also know you're going to know some other stuff too. So I'm a big person on you got to get to give and give to get. So they don't bother me as long as I feel as if they're fair. But once I feel like they're asking questions just to be dramatic or to get a reaction out of me, I mean, I fight fire with fire.
Gotcha.
And I tend to win. So
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure I'm chill out.
Well, let me ask you that. I like that answer. But when it comes down to doing interviews and podcasts and things like that, and people do come at you for a derogatory purpose, do you just get up and walk out, or do you answer them in a politely? I mean, you're a Florida girl.
yeah,
Because
I'm from Tangelo.
Right.
So I fight fire with fire, and actually I might add a little fuel, but I know how to defend myself because nothing beats the truth.
Right.
So when people ask me certain questions, or they say that they've heard this or heard that, or they feel this type of way about me, I ask why, and then there's always a rebuttal. But again, I fight it with truth.
So nice. I would have just said something different.
There's no point in getting up and walking away because then that shows that you're bothered. I don't get bothered easily.
Facts.
Yeah,
Because people don't really know me.
Right.
So, again, this is home.
Okay.
Like, y'all have known me for ever.
Yeah.
Since Magic days.
Magic
Yeah.
City. No, stop playing.
So petty, Lord. I'm sorry. I should have. The WPRK, the P stands for petty.
Let me turn.
Calico, petty. I don't need no mic, but just gonna let you know, petty.
Anyways, I just want to let you know, so here on Surreal Talk Radio, we all about displaying the talent. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to crab off you. We ain't, we're not trying to tear Royce down to bring us up, type of deal. So anybody that's listening, if y'all listening for that, y'all might as well hang up now.
He only do that to us. That's it. Just us.
So anyways, I just wanted to talk about that for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to have time to talk about what you got going on. So let's put this topic on the back burner for a little bit. I want to open up the hotlines. Anybody want to call in and talk about our topic or give a shout out to Royce, a question, comment. Remember, we on the radio. Please keep the calls brief, no profanity. I see my man was over here blowing me up with the burping
really
thing.
A burping guy?
Yeah, that's
really
a burping
guy.
But anyways, y'all want to call in and be a part of our next segment, which is the Pump It or Dump It. I'm about to play a local artist. We're going to get Royce's opinion on this music, and then we're going to find out all about Royce. So the phone number to do all of that is 407-646-2915. It's 407-646-2915. All right, so the name of the artist I'm about to play is A with a capital A, I think his name is. A with a capital A?
A with a capital A.
Yeah, it's this A with a capital A. Yeah.
Are you just describing? Are you just
It wasn't me
describing
this
the
time.
initial or
No.
that's
Like
the whole name?
AYE?
Right.
That's
Like-
his name. That's his rap
Like
name.
AYE?
Or AA.
You're saying like,
A, the letter A with a capital A.
oh, so with a capital A, it's like the rest of...
It's like a Tribe Called Quest, like a whole sentence for the name.
But it's just A's.
Hey
No.
man, listen, man, y'all look the man up, man. I'm
Okay.
more interested. Let's listen what he
With a
sound like,
capital.
and then we can dice him
Oh,
up. All right, so this is his joint right here on Surreal Talk Radio. We go check
it's
it out.
never a dull
and,
moment on Surreal Talk Radio.
See what y'all think about it right here. So check it out.
Okay.
How we doing tonight? You know the vibe is right. Oh, you liking it? Oh, I'm liking this too. Check. Only you for me. Only you for me.
You're the one I want. You're the one I want. Only you for me. Only you for me. You're the one I love. You're the one I. Baby, it's so hard for you to stay away. Feel the love until you lose the faith. And I prove that my love is great. Take my hand and I will take it so. Grab my heart but never lose control. Turn back the time just to live with you. Leave me now till you don't want no more. I love all my flaws when I feel unsure. Only you for me. Only you for me. You're the one I want. You're the one I want. Only you for me. Only you for me. You're the one I love. You're the one I. Only you for me. Only you for me. You're the one I want. You're the one I want. Only you for me. Only you for me. You're the one I love. You're the one I.
Hey girl, so how you doing tonight?
You're the one I love. You're the one I love.
I know you been seeing me, I've been digging you too. Take another shot. We here all night.
What would it take for me to get to the center of your heart? Baby girl, I know you've been hurt so many times you don't even wanna cry. Baby, I don't even wanna lie. You on my tie, let me get it right this one time.
If love is a crime, I don't care, I got porn. Anything I do just to get to your love. You mess with a real one, you ain't mess with no charm.
Only you for me. Only you for me. You're the one I want. You're the one I want. Only you for me. Only you for me. You're the one I love. You're the one I. Only you for me. Only you for me. You're the one I want. You're the one I want. Only you for me. Only you for me. You're the one I love. You're the one I.
Yo, Surreal Talk Radio, we back. Your man Calico the Surrealist, WPRK 91.5 FM, Winter Park. I'm in here with Auntie August.
Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all.
DJ Exclusive.
Yep.
We got our special guest Royce Reed in the building.
What it do?
What it do? Hey Royce, what you think about that song we just played right there? You think we should pump it or we should dump it? What's going on with that? You feeling it? Uh-oh. She giving me an Auntie August.
It's definitely like a mall music song for sure.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a new
Yeah.
Can't you imagine going into like a mall and like
One of them
You know what I'm saying?
stores.
like H&M, hi, you know, like
Yeah, like a Charlotte Rouge.
yeah,
I'm feeling
right?
that. Yeah.
Exactly. See, that's one of them songs that'll probably like get a whole lot of play.
I could shop to that song.
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. You walk in there and be like, only
with your
you,
bags, like, hey.
only you.
Our burping man done found out my personal number.
Now that's crazy. That's
my man is
stalkerish.
so obsessed, man. But anyways, so are you feeling it enough that we should put it on the radio or not?
I wouldn't put it
feeling
on the radio. I would put it in the mall.
Put it in the mall. Okay, we pumping it in the mall. The West Oaks Mall. Auntie
Not
August.
West Oaks, like Millennia.
Oh, whoa.
That's good, though. That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
It's definitely more like that Caucasian, like.
Asian.
She trying to get us in trouble now.
No. I'm
trying to
saying,
make
like,
this our
think
last
about
show.
it. It was.
Oh, that verse. Auntie August, what about you? You pumping it? You don't?
Think it's a
what
game.
you doing? Or we
I'm
just doing
telling
this thing
you.
in the Millennium Mall? Like,
It can't go in the strip club. It can't go in the strip. I'm either a strip club or cleaning up. I could clean up to this. So let me say this. I would play this at home. Because it's one of them songs that'll be in the background, and I might forget that it's on. But it ain't bad. It ain't bad. It's mixed well. It's mixed well.
Yeah.
okay.
I don't think it was bad at all. But I mean, I don't see like it being requested on the radio,
Right.
but I could definitely see it being in the mall.
5
Like,
o'clock.
All right,
5 o'clock
DJ
traffic.
Exclusive.
5 o'clock
this
traffic,
is
no.
this is not going the way I planned it to go. So
What?
What do you think? We should pump it, dump it.
What I think is he's the Weekend, but of Target. Or like a song you would listen to it.
I
You
didn't
would
mean
listen to it while you're sitting at the gate waiting for your flight, waiting to board. It's one of them kind of
Airport
ambient.
music.
Listen,
Yeah.
Surreal Talk Radio listeners.
It's not for the radio.
I apologize.
What are you apologizing for? Like,
has
that's
a place,
good
it's just
thing.
not for the radio.
Right.
I mean, be
Yo,
honest.
A with a capital
apologize.
A. I'm telling you, you need to shop that to like the mall.
Yeah,
you
A-
will
or
make so
the
much
airport.
money.
Let me make sure I get his
Airport,
name
I'm
right.
telling you, it's gonna make a lot of money if it is at the mall or an airport.
Could you imagine that?
You can't go and like.
No, just
There's
A-
certain
just
songs you can't play at the mall.
A with a capital. That's all. His name is A with a capital.
Could you imagine though being at the airport at the counter though,
A
waiting
with
to
a
get your
capital.
ticket?
A with a capital.
So it's not A with a capital A.
So how do you pronounce that? What's the?
A with a capital.
Listen, can we just pray right
Oh, I
quick?
feel like that was a
Do the
crazy.
capital
question.
mean you got to scream the
I
A
don't want
part?
to talk about A with a
Is it
capital
like-
no more. I
is it
wanna
like-
talk about Royce
Listen,
now.
I'm trying to tell you,
Is it
yo,
like,
A with a capital. Send that to Millennium Mall. Send that to like what is the mall in Miami? What's that bougie mall in Miami?
They got a bougie one in Miami.
Yeah, by the beach,
Listen, y'all,
like North Miami.
We losing this thing rapidly. We losing.
Oh, what about the world's biggest mall?
Ooh, nothing. We moving on.
Okay, so what you thought about it?
I thought it was we not pumping it. We not pumping it. We dumping it. All right, now going live with Royce right now. Starting now.
I ain't say that.
11:24. Royce Reed.
I liked it.
So Royce, let me ask you first question out the rip. I've never known you to have a stage name, and I'm interested to know Royce Reed. Like, why?
Sometimes I say Royce Lindsay.
Royce what now?
Royce Lindsay, because my middle name, my parents say is Lindsay, but it's not spelled Lindsay. It's spelled Lyndsay. Like, that's not how you spell Lindsay.
That's kind of like the.
That's how you spell Lindsay, right? So I
You got
say Royce
Lindsay and-
Lindsay.
Okay.
That's my
You
stage.
know how our cousin spell her name? Too?
Royce Lindsay.
But I think
But everybody
you,
know Royce Reed, so I mean I'll go with that too.
But I think it's a stage name by itself.
Hey, can we?
You know.
Let us get a burp from you, my man.
So I say Royce Lindsay.
I'm telling you, man, obsession.
And we see listening to the show.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
that's our stalker. We have
I know who it is. It's
a
the
burping
dude.
stalker.
He obsessed with Brittany and Rachel and all of them. I know who it is. Anyways,
With who?
one of our sponsors.
Yeah, he's
He-
I'll be
he's a-
saying stuff like I'm supposed to know. Like when you say stalker,
Right.
like is
He
that
really
stalker
is.
via the phone or stalker
no.
like he's
No, 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 no.
outside?
no, he's a
No,
via
no,
the
you
phone.
You
No,
gotta clarify. Like y'all be saying
we
stuff
have
like
a
it's
burping.
cool.
Sorry, we have a burping stalker. He literally
listen,
calls
listen,
just a
listen,
burp.
Okay.
Let's try to do this show. Let's try to do this show. All right, let's do this because we getting way. All right. Born and raised Orlando, Florida, represent Tangelo Park. Right.
Tangelo Park.
Tangelo Park. Okay. Now, what was it like growing up in Tangelo? You.
It taught me a lot about my culture. But I will also say that my parents sent me to schools outside of my neighborhood.
Definitely, yeah.
So even though I wasn't zoned, because I went to Sattler Elementary.
Okay.
And I was technically zoned to Tangelo Park Elementary.
Yeah.
But I used to like to fight a lot. So what?
No, go to show.
Okay. So I used to like to fight a lot. So they don't want to send me to Tangelo Park because I would fight a lot. And I had really long hair back then too.
Yeah.
And it was super curly. So people used to pick on me. They used to call me white girl and I ain't like that. Like I used to be in my feelings back then. So yeah, I was sensitive. And when people would pick on me, I would smack them. And then I would like push people a lot. And my dad ended up teaching me how to fight.
Uh-oh.
So
What did he teach you? Jiu-jitsu? What?
no, he taught me the 3-lick rule, and now I like teach other people. But
Wait a minute. Hold on. What's the 3-lick rule?
neck, nose, side of the head.
Well, all right.
All right, listen.
My dad gave us 2. So
No.
I just like that.
You know, you hit someone in the neck, they immediately they're shocked because who the fuck hit?
Who the heck?
I'm sorry,
The French fries.
I'm sorry.
I tried to play
Who
some
the-
background music
the
to
French
it.
fries.
No,
Yeah.
like who hit somebody in the neck, right? So when you get hit in the neck, one, you can't breathe, and you automatically do this. That leaves this area open.
Okay.
So then you hit them in the nose, and what happens when you get hit in the nose? Your eyes water,
Yep.
right? Mm-hmm. And then you hit them in the side of the head, and they like either fall out or they move, and
Yeah.
then you just like, I run because like I don't like to fight. It hurts. Like, don't hit my body out.
Right.
Who likes to fight? I don't understand that. Like, ow.
Okay,
right?
so
and then also don't hit me in my face.
Royce grew up thugging.
I grew up defending myself.
Defending yourself.
It's a little people thing. You wouldn't understand because you wasn't little.
I grew up defending myself.
But no, like when you're a little bitty thing, like see, she little. I was little back in the day. You know, back in the day. My mama told me just
fun size.
She told me kick him in the knees.
What's that gonna do?
What happens when you get kicked in the knee? You bend over.
Okay,
especially when they hug.
So you went to school outside of Tangelo. One of the schools I know you graduated from Dr. Phillips, right?
Yes,
Dr.
but
Phillips.
that was Tangelo. So West Church was Tangelo and Dr. Phillips was Tangelo. So that's when I was really around, like the people I was in the neighborhood with. But in elementary school, I didn't have a lot of friends in the neighborhood. Like my parents didn't let me leave my street until I was like
they didn't want
in
you
high school
abusing people.
Well, it was because I also have I've always had a mouth. And my thing is I tend to like to fight with words. And a lot of times if you're uneducated, you don't have a, large vocabulary.
True.
So the first thing that people do is they want to fight you or call you out your name. And I would still come at them with words that they don't understand, and they would get really offended, and they would start swinging, and that's when neck, nose, side of the head.
I like that. We can put that on a T-shirt.
I don't ever throw the first punch. Ever.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not, I mean, you saw the show. I don't throw drinks. I throw hands. Hence why the bouncer came and, not the bouncer, but the security guard came really fast.
So you got, so we got you, you said elementary school, that was middle school, and then I mentioned high school.
Yeah.
You went on to graduate from Florida A&M University.
Yes.
You got degrees, theater education and humanities. First of all, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yep. How does this education help you in your career today?
Well, FAM, again, culture shock, because I had never gone to a school that was predominantly black. And I also was a cheerleader, I was a gymnast, I was a dancer, and always with Caucasians, always with, you're amongst company.
Right.
You know what I mean? So going to FAM, I then had to learn how to squat and, how to really dance.
Okay.
And even though I could tumble and I could jump, I didn't have a whole lot of soul.
You know how to do the death drop thing.
Well, that didn't become a thing until, bring it. But
you know how to do that, though?
I know how to do it, but I don't do it because I just feel my ACL just being like, no. But, I mean, sometimes I'll let my dancers do it if it matches a routine, but most of the time I'm like, let's just do like a triple pirouette into a straddle.
Okay.
Classy is what she's saying.
I think a death drop fits in right there.
Sometimes death drops work. I just did a solo for one of my dancers, and she has a death drop in it, but it matches. Yeah.
Basically, what she's trying to say is she got classy dancers.
She's saying she don't got to do the death drop thing and just plug it in every now and
said
then.
That. I didn't say that.
I said it.
Yeah. But
Auntie August
there's other people.
Death drop can be some. I mean, sometimes
it can be done very well. It can be done technically correct. If your feet are pointed and you're gonna, kick your face before you do a layout. Yes, you know what I'm saying. Just like jump back straddles.
Is that like something you teach people how to do, like the correct way?
Right.
Yes, just like with majorette. Like I don't technically teach majorette in my dance company, but when it's a segment, maybe in a production that we're doing and it includes majorette style, I do it in a clean way. Because I feel like a lot of times, especially now that majorette's such a big thing, it's not clean, it's wild. And people think just because you're dancing wild, it's like, oh, go, go, go. And I'm like, but can she point her feet?
Right, I got you.
Like, can we spot? Can we straighten our legs? And when it's done correctly, I love it.
I got something for you outside of this. I'm glad you said that, though. But anyways, back to this, I want to ask you, who or what helped you become the person that you are today?
My mom, for sure.
Shout out to Mom.
Yeah, that's my best friend. That's my dog. And then also my dad. And, even though my dad and I aren't like super tight, we have that relationship where he was the one who gave me thick skin. Because my dad was never like, even though sometimes, you know, he would tuck us in at night, but my dad wasn't the one that was like constantly he wasn't a nurturing dad. He was a...
Did he serve in the service? No, okay.
But my dad was the one, if I got in a fight and he found out that maybe I lost or I ran away from it, then he'd be like, take your behind back outside. Like, what do you mean?
We don't want to know the rest of that story.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was my dad.
All right, so in your own words, tell us who you are.
Oh, my gosh. Who is Royce? Outside of, like, the obvious of being a dancer and actress, I can hold a note. I'm a performer. I'm an entertainer. I'm also I am a very nurturing person, but I'm a nurturer in, I guess, a more real way. So I tend to speak to people in a way that they can relate and through experiences. So I feel like I'm someone who has gone through real life, and I don't fabricate it. I don't lie about it. The stuff that I have gone through, I am honest about. Okay. And I learn from it. So I feel like I'm just a very honest, real, relatable, fun, loving.
She's looking at Auntie like for confirmation. Like.
No, because I could keep going. Like I love myself. Like
she comes in the room, she lights up a room. I mean, especially if there's people that she don't know. So I've noticed that.
I love me.
Definitely a beautiful sister. I give you that. You know.
I'm cool.
Fun.
That's who I am.
Definitely fun too. All right, so listen, you done already gave us a couple surreal moments, and I'm gonna just sound it off for this one.
Also misunderstood.
Misunderstood.
I would give you that. I think you're very misunderstood. So let me ask you. Let me step in. Why do you think that you're misunderstood?
I think people expect me to react differently than I do. And also because I'm that person who always defends myself. Sometimes I can be the loudest in the room, and a lot of people don't know how to take that. So even with, me recently even telling my story, it was like, she always got something to say, or you're absolutely right, because there is a narrative that has been put out that I have to debunk.
Right.
And if you were in that same position, how would you handle it? And when people say stuff like, why take it to social media, or handle this in the court, or handle this here, or what we supposed to do about that, the same thing that y'all do when y'all in everybody else's business. Hence why you listen to podcasts. Hence why you listen to interviews. You do care about what people are doing in their real life. So when maybe someone that you don't want to speak and tell the truth says something about maybe someone that you love and you cherish, then it's like, oh, wait a minute, she's doing too much. Well, don't do it to me, and I won't do it to you.
You think you do that because not somebody to defend yourself? I don't know if it's a Florida thing, but I think it's more women who are raising children, especially boys. We tend to have a different type of defense mechanism, and it allows you to not wait for someone to come and defend you. It's like, I'm going to go ahead and defend myself because I don't need someone to defend me. But you're also having to set the tone because you have a young boy, a male child, looking at you and seeing how you're reacting. Because that's the learning thing for the child, because we're raising boys who will be men, and we're black, and that's the difference of how they're going to look at black women when they get older. So
you have to teach people how to treat you.
Right. Yeah, no. You definitely got to stand up for yourself. I feel you on that. Sideways, surreal talk moment question. I want to ask you.
You going to do your little burn?
I'll be doing that all night. I can tell I'll be doing that all night here. So I'm going to save my vocals on that one. But I want to ask you, though, rumor, I want you to clear this up. I hear that you shaved your teeth with a nail file one time.
Okay, so what happened was,
Well, first of all, just answer that.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
Expound. So what happened was, I used to have my two front teeth were longer than the others, like everybody else. It was normal, right?
Okay, yeah.
But being in the entertainment industry, when you would see certain people, it's like, oh, their teeth are so perfect. And even though I've never had braces, my teeth have always been straight. I just hated the fact that I had like what people used to call like rabbit teeth.
Buck teeth, yeah.
Yeah, buck teeth. So I was like, I wonder
That
if
had to
I
hurt,
can.
though, like-
No. I wondered if like
hurts
you
me
could
just
do
thinking
it. So
about it.
I got one of those
Energy, I
metal
can't.
fingernail files that you can get from like Walgreens.
You should have been a dentist.
And I
is
did
what you
it.
should-
And it started working. And I was like, ooh. And then I did it too much because I didn't realize that my head was kind of sideways when I was doing it. So when I faced this way, I was like, oh crap. So that's why if you like look at me if you really look at me when I smile and kind of lean up, it kind of does this.
Bam, 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 bam. Lord, okay.
Wow.
Royce Reed
But
is
somebody
in the
told me
building,
recently I
y'all.
could get it fixed.
You could.
Royce
I
Reed
mean,
is in
you
the
know,
building.
they
People
got-
can snatch out their whole thing.
Right.
I'm not doing
so
that.
now, I'm just saying, if it's a problem.
We can
But
get everything fixed nowadays.
Let's get deep into the Royce thing. So I want to talk about in terms of inspiration or influence. I want you to finish this sentence for me, right? I fell in love with dance when I first seen
Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson. I'm glad you said that because this thing is going back on
Oh,
track.
my Lord.
Now we back on track, y'all. Now we back on track, huh? You know what I'm saying?
Anywho, which part of Danny?
No. See, she trying to.
Which
No.
Control.
Right here.
Which video?
Right here.
I-
Okay.
oh.
So I have a verses. Go ahead. Do your thing with Hillary.
Because you know the little man
No,
thing,
do your
you know.
thing. Do your
Which
thing.
one?
Trying to get
My parents took me to the Rhythm Nation
We got to
concert.
find out. Wow. Okay. Thanks.
So let's play a little game. This is kind of like versus drink champs type of thing, right?
Where's the drinks? Y'all
Oh,
don't
Lord.
have those.
So that's what I'm saying.
What?
right?
You got something?
Oh Lord!
Oh.
Listen, this is Surreal Talk Radio. This
Okay,
is 91.5
really?
FM Winter Park.
My own drink? Man, I
Lord,
should have put
listen.
some in here.
Oh Lord! Royce.
It is 11:39. I came straight from rehearsal.
We not on
and
Club
teaching.
Shay. All right, so Michael Jackson. If I say Michael Jackson, that should be end of the story. But Michael Jackson versus MC Hammer, better dancer. I just want to know who you think is the better dancer.
Oh, I'm still gonna say MJ.
Michael Jackson. Okay, Chris Brown, Usher.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown. Okay, y'all agree with it?
Yeah.
Chris Brown.
Yeah.
I just feel like MC Hammer always just did the Running Man, and
No,
then like
yeah.
Okay,
That's
you
all he
mentioned
did.
Janet, J Lo, or Janet Jackson.
Really?
Come on, stop playing with me.
Oh, like J Lo can't dance.
No, she can, but from In Living Color. What? She was a fly girl.
Beyonce or Sierra?
Sierra.
Sierra, y'all agree with that?
Yeah, Beyonce don't dance.
Oh, Beyonce. Don't.
She does now. She's gotten
She
a
does
whole
now?
lot better. Yeah, she has an amazing concert. Like she puts
Since
on
she
an
got the
amazing
two
show.
guys on there, right? The twins. Since she's had them,
What late twin?
Well,
Yeah.
at least she wouldn't have had to take a drink, so we cool.
you don't know that.
Oh, I did that because my stomach is growling and y'all don't have a microwave. But I digress.
Let me ask you how you got started with the dancing thing, right? So I'm picturing you and Tangelo, like girls in the hood twerking and things
No.
like. No. Okay. So what's your story?
My parents wanted to keep us busy,
Okay.
so they put me in dance when I was 3.
What kind of dance? When you say dance? What?
Ballet.
Ballet. Okay. Okay.
Yep. And at first, I didn't particularly care for it. I hated ballet. I think a lot of
We go
dancers
from
do.
ballet to
Well, again,
basketball wise. Royce, wait, okay, ballet. Got you.
Okay, so I did ballet, and I wasn't like in love with it, but they still kept me in it. And then I was put in gymnastics, and I loved that because I was flipping over everything.
All right.
I was that kid that just would jump off the sofa and like tear up stuff. So that was me.
Okay,
and
that was me
then
too. Okay.
when I was like 9, 10 years old, then I became like what they used to call a mascout, not a mascot.
Okay.
It was a mascout, which was like the little cheerleader that would cheer with all the big girls.
Okay.
So I was at Dr. Phillips when I was in elementary school, and I was cheering with them on the sidelines, and they were throwing me up in the air. So I always enjoyed like being extra.
So you were an elementary student cheering with high school students.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. So this is really kind of what started the cheerleading thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. And this is you say elementary school. So you were cheering in junior high and high school. Of course. Okay.
And I stopped dancing think I stopped dancing around like 5th, 6th grade, and then I went back into it when I was in like 8th grade. No, going into 9th grade. Like I would still take classes here and there, but I was more so in gymnastics, and then I was playing the piano, and then I was running track, and then when I went to 9th grade, I quit track, and my dad was devastated. But I mean, I told him I didn't want to run anymore because my dad was the one who would try and be the coach even though he wasn't a coach. So he would constantly try and tell them, like, I want her to run this. And I'm like, I don't want to run that. So my last track meet, he made them put me in the 400. I didn't want to run that. So when they shot the gun, I jogged.
Royce Reed.
Wow.
Royce Reed.
Was he mad?
Yeah, he was, girl, what? He was upset. But what started it was earlier in that season, I was running 100, and of course, you know, he had to be the guy that shoots the gun. And the girl false started. It was so obviously like she false started. And he didn't like shoot it again to make the race come back. And I stood there and I looked at him. I was in 8th grade and I was like, you not going to bring this race back? And then when I saw the times and I saw that I would have won, I was really upset.
So it was payback.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Sorry,
so listen,
Dad.
I got a whole bunch of stuff over here, right? I'm gonna try to cram. I'm trying my best to cram it in. So let's see if we can do this thing punctual. I'm gonna ask questions, punch, boom, right?
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Let's see if we can get it. See how much of this we can cover, right? All right. So you're a choreographer.
Yes.
How do you come up with these moves?
I listen to the song and I listen to the words, and then whatever I feel from that song, that's what I put into my movement.
Nice. Signature move from Royce. Like, what are you known for?
Probably a lot of body rolls mixed with, followed by like a kick and a turn to a straddle.
Okay. Kind of like
Now
a
you're
Michael
gonna go
Jackson
into that.
stand on your toes type of deal. I got you. All right, so let's look at your resume as a dancer. First of all, Orlando Magic cheerleader.
Dancer.
Magic, you say dancer.
There's a difference between being a cheerleader and a dancer.
So it's not considered a magic cheerleader. It's a magic, okay,
Dancer.
Cool. Magic dancer. Okay, thank you. I've never noticed a lot of black dancers on the magic cheerleaders and Dancers, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Hold
was this
on.
ever a thing for you?
Hold on a second. Let's get the definition between the dancer and the cheerleader so everybody can understand.
Dancers are more technically based when it comes to ballet, jazz, hip-hop, contemporary, lyrical. Cheerleading is more based on, competitive cheerleading, which is what I did, is more based on, it has a gymnastics background, there's stunting, and then also a lot of vocal usage because you're cheering.
Cool. Okay. I appreciate you teaching me on that one. That's something I ain't know. So what I wanted to ask you, was this ever a thing for you? Was this ever an issue being on the Magic, you know, as one of the black dancers on the team?
It was never an issue because I was good. I earned my spot.
Okay.
The issue is when people are always saying, oh, they don't have enough black dancers, they don't have this, or they, you know, it's racist. No, it's not. And I tell people all the time, like, how you train is how you're going to end up. And if you don't train in ballet, jazz, lyrical, hip-hop, contemporary, then you can't expect to make a team that is based on that. That's why I tell people all the time, like, everyone is not going to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader.
Right.
Right? And, again, when people want to say so much about them and they say, oh, you have to have a certain body type, yes, that is their brand. Who are you to try and change someone's brand?
Right. Yeah, I get it. Okay, so during your time with the Orlando Magic, this is the time when your love life became very well known, right? I want you to describe your reaction when this went public for you.
So I actually did not, who you're talking about, we didn't start dating until I was actually not dancing. I took a year off. That's when we met. That's when I started dancing. I decided I wanted to go back because my career mattered more, and they took me back.
Cool. All right. So then you went on to the Miami Heat, was cheerleading, was dancing.
Dancing.
You was dancing for the Miami Heat. Which team did you like better?
Miami.
Miami.
For sure.
Okay. I feel you. You know, the Magic.
It's cookie cutter. It's Disney. They're
I'm gonna
sponsored
tell you where
by
they.
Disney.
I'm gonna tell you where they lost me personally. They lost me with the bogus decision making, like the thing with Shaq and T-Mac. Then our man Dwight Howard, he did this crazy stunt with.
I don't know.
My man,
I'm trying to figure
Dwight
it out.
Howard.
Myself.
Your
he
man?
did this.
Careful when you say that.
Well, my man, Dwight Howard. He
he missed it, didn't he? He
very much
completely
so.
missed it.
It went over his head so far, like it just.
Wow.
my man. Okay.
So let me ask you a question. Let me chime in here. So, how old were you when you started cheering? I'm sorry, dancing. He got me on the cheering.
Dancing, like, period?
Yeah, because I'm seeing
I was 3.
through mine professionally, because I'm showing that at 19 is when you started coaching.
Yes.
So was that before you went to the Magic?
Yeah, I didn't start dancing for the Magic until I graduated from FAMU.
Okay.
And that was 23. But I danced at FAMU, and I was in Mahogany Dance Theater.
I just want to put that in there because it captivates her career as a dancer.
And I also was in a dance magnet at Dr. Phillips.
All right, and there was a couple other things. I'm looking at was it SeaWorld?
I was in a show called Fusion.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like a rumor about maybe once upon a time doing Disney as well.
I did do Disney just for a hot second though, and it was like a separate contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then I have you as a backup dancer for Nelly, LL Cool J, and John Legend.
Yep.
And is there anybody else we leaving out that we should mention in that pack?
Lil Wayne.
Oh.
A lot of this stuff though is like through NBA.
Okay.
But again, that catapulted my career.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay. Yeah, because I was going to ask you, what kind of doors does this open up for you as far as like, you know, having
a lot. Networking, especially Miami. I didn't get crap from the Magic. I mean, I traveled, so I guess that was a thing. Let me not say it like that. Like, I did travel a lot with the Magic. We did the Armed Forces Entertainment Tour. So I went to Norway. I went to Iceland, China, oh my gosh, Germany, London. I mean, I went everywhere.
Okay.
So, and then the islands.
Let's talk about you with your company. So you have you're a director, owner, choreographer, founder. Okay, let's keep it. Yeah, keep on. We got the Fantashique Dance Company and the Orlando Strikers Dance Company. I'm not familiar with the Strikers. Like, what's that?
So the Orlando Strikers, they were like our male counterparts. And we had Fantashique Apprentice Dance Company, which was our under 18. And then we had Fantashique Dance Company, which was 18 plus. Okay. Then we had our Junior Strikers, which were our boys who were under 18. And then we had the Orlando Strikers, which it was basically another branch of the FAMU Strikers. Mm-hmm. And that was like our older guys. But I'm not bringing them back for a while until Fantashique gets back where it was. Okay.
So Fantashique, first of all, I want to thank you, for opening up our Showtime in Sanford show with Fantashique and you celebrity judging. It was an awesome show. I seen the next day or so you had put that this was the first official performance as the new charter of Fantashique. Mm-hmm. So I'm honored about that.
Yeah.
Like, I thank you for that. That's what's up. Fantashique, do you feel like this, what you do with them, gets overshadowed by bad publicity?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm. I feel as if Fantashique stands on its own, and I make sure of that. I promote them, but they have their own page. Okay. And a lot of times when I even post for them, it's posted on Fantashique. Okay. I still promote them, and I'll share it on my story, and I'll put a lot of things on my page as well. But I don't want them to be booked because of me. I want them to be booked because of them.
Nice. Okay.
Let me tell you, they danced last weekend at the Miss Corporate America. What, you gave them a week? They had a week of practice?
Oh.
2 days.
2 days to learn one song. When I tell you,
oh, wow,
Those 14 young ladies tore that whole place up. They was tumbling on and off the stage like they did it. I said there are so many compliments going around about the dance group. And then when it come down to them taking pictures, oh, she don't play. They have the poses like they are for dance groups that are trying to come up and create something in any city, state, or whatever. You make a good mark of how it should be done. They're children, but they're there, and their parents was there, like their moms were there, and they was all copacetic.
You're also like a mentor to them.
Yes,
right?
Okay. I say that we're a mentoring company first. I teach them media training. They know how to introduce themselves. They know how to carry themselves. They're not allowed to wear bonnets outside of their car. I don't do like the slides and all that stuff. When they step out the car, they know that they're on. It's like you're on camera. You know, it's showtime.
Right. No, I like that. That's cool.
Very well poised. Congratulations.
Kind of a sideways thing that I observed, and I want to slide this in here. I don't want to say it wrong. It was just like I'm thinking like OCD or something like that, right? And I'm saying that because I'm like, you went through a lot of my scorecards at Showtime in Sanford.
I did.
And I want to ask you, like, what was going through your mind as you was judging?
Yes, please tell.
So my biggest issue, and I told y'all this, was I didn't mind at all that there was like a sound thing. Okay. But when the audience changed based off of requests from Miss August over here.
Oh, August. He just...
I felt like it became unfair because for the first few acts, the parents were in the first row. Mm-hmm. So, of course, when they're screaming, they're going to get the loudest sound meter, right?
Right.
But then when you say only participants in the front and everyone else has to move to the back, the participants aren't yelling for each other like that because they want to win.
For sure. I understand what you're saying.
So I just felt like it was unfair when it came to scoring.
Okay, now, hey, man, listen.
I appreciate that.
I like that. You know, I'm glad. I'm always welcoming feedback.
Really?
You know, so
you do?
I mean, from certain individuals.
I'm saying that's why I think that, you know, all of the
because I get a lot of feedback that you don't want to know about.
I mean, please tell me. You know, I'm an open book. Because I give you the truth behind it.
No, we don't even want to deal with it.
I mean, everything else I felt like was fine. I mean, you know, people score the way they score. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But when it came to that, I felt like that definitely made a difference. What's crazy is there was an accident.
Do you think we actually ended up making the right choice, ultimately?
No.
Okay.
But that's none of my business.
Right.
I said how I felt before y'all announced it.
Fair is fair.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, listen, I recently joined a men's group, and I wanted to ask you, what type of things do you do for mental health?
I'm very big on, like, spending time with you and also you in your natural state. Like, who are you when the wig comes off? When the makeup comes off and the lashes and there's no nails. Like, who are you when you look in the mirror? And if you can't love yourself for just being you, then that means we have something to work on. Because then it feels like you're putting on a mask. So when you're talking about mental health, I'm big on whatever somebody else has to say about you, how you feel about yourself should supersede that in any way. Hence why I don't care what anybody got to say about me.
Right.
You know, I'm still going to show up and I'm going to show out. And sometimes if I get cute, I'm going to pop out. Like, and when I pop out, I pop out. Like, but I can also be up in here and be chill, all natural, with my hair in a ponytail.
Man, listen, I really hate to scrap such a such a big part of your you as a artist or I wanted to talk about you as a TV star, right? Mm-hmm. But for the sake of time, I think I'm gonna have to kind of move past that. But for everybody out there, basketball-wise, VH1 basketball-wise, if you don't know, if you've been under a rock, Royce Reed was definitely on there, the first four.
Can we cut that? Because outside of basketball-wise, which was forever ago, I also have a movie out called Fatal Affair.
Okay.
It's on Tubi, and it's not a iPhone Tubi movie. It's a real good Tubi
okay.
movie.
Wait a minute. Wait.
What? Y'all know how y'all be looking at Tubi? Like, but Tubi's coming up. Like,
It is. It's
coming up.
exactly.
Okay.
So it's a good Tubi movie, and it's with Don Brumfield that people remember from Black Ink.
Okay.
And also Montreal Diggs. And it was directed by Dennis Street II, no relation. I also have another movie out called House Warning.
Okay.
It's on Tubi as well. I just finished filming a series called We Different. That should be coming out soon. And I am going in May to film another series called Born and Raised.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you put that
Right.
in there.
And what about the books, though? Can we still get the books?
Yes, I did write a book called College Girls. I'm going to re-release it.
Really?
Yes. I'm not sure when, but I'm also like going back through it, kind of revamping it a little bit, but I do plan on releasing it again.
Okay. I did want to definitely talk about you as a mother. Kind of want to finish on this note here. Is it fair to say that you basically been a single parent raising your child?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yes. But I do have a village.
Right. Yeah, I
Yes.
was going to kind of ask you about that too. Your life is a real open book type of life, and I wanted to ask you, like, how does this affect your relationship with your son?
Even with him, I teach him the same thing as far as who he is as a person. He knows who he is. So what someone who doesn't know him has to say about him shouldn't matter. And I always tell him, too, you are not your mistakes. You are what you make of them.
Okay.
And, maturity comes at all types, different stages of life. And even with the situation we were talking about earlier with the kids and the fighting.
Right.
My child, he was a fighter. You know what I'm saying? He always felt like he had to defend himself. And then we had a serious talk, and I felt like it finally hit him. Like, what am I doing this for? Who am I proving anything to besides myself?